Well, I probably got it from you.
Hey, all right. Yay, we're live.
We are
We hit that
live.
button and it's just time to go live with the Black Belt Newscast. It's Friday, October 24th. We were just talking about Halloween next Friday and how excited
Yeah.
we are for all the different activities that are coming up, and we will talk about that later in the
Yes,
newscast.
we will.
I'm here at the office in Selma.
I'm at the house. I wanted to be at the office, but situations dictated differently.
All right, so here we go. We've got a bunch of stories coming your way, and it's from
We got a busy newscast today,
blackbeltnewsnetwork.com.
don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about and a lot of events coming up, which is really fun. You can always check out our calendar.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
under lifestyle. Yeah, and it's you can actually press on the calendar there when you're scrolling through and see what all's going on. It's just so much. Send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We can't be everywhere, but you guys are everywhere.
That's
So
right.
send us your stories and your photos and let's share it together. We are a platform to share news and community connections and in the Black Belt. So help us do that. Be one of our correspondents and help us get into the nooks and crannies of the Black Belt. There's so many. We do 6
Oh,
counties
yeah.
right now, but we can foresee the future of covering anywhere from Meridian to Montgomery. And you guys can help us do that.
And
Yeah.
if you don't want to write a story, if you want to just tell us about an event or about a story that we can follow up with it or follow up on it, we'd be glad to do that as well.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. And if you want to help us get to all the council meetings that we can't make all of, and you
Yeah.
don't want to write about it, but you just want to go and record it, I'll pay you to do that. We would love help in Camden, Wilcox County, Marengo County. If you guys want to attend a meeting and hit record for us, we would love the help. We want to get into all of the communities so that we can let you know what's going on, and we're going to do it as a team. You guys are part of our team.
That's right. We're a
Okay.
big black belt team.
Yeah. Obviously, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where we get so much of our action. Selma Sun newspaper is our biggest Facebook page with 14,000 followers. Black Belt News Network as well. So follow us and you'll know what is going on and stay in the know. But of course, watching us here on our live newscast every Friday is another way to keep in the know of what we have going on. All right, let's get started.
I'm ready.
City of Selma has announced this week they've gotten 2 grants for $2 million each. So $4 million for paving projects. I'm going to show you the map for, so part of the paving is for Old Orville Road, and part of it is also for streets in Old Town. So the Delta Regional Commission has given this these grants, and they are, so the streets they're going to do are bordered by, it says State Road 22 to the south. So, Dallas Dallas Avenue, Chestnut Boulevard to the north, Washington Street to the east, and then King Street to the west. Now that one requires a local match, a city match of $102,000, which, hey, for a $2 million grant, it's a pretty good deal. The second grant, so that's the Old Town one. The Old Orville Road is from Highway 219 to Crescent Hill Road, and then Whitman Road, Cone Drive, Pine Needle, Vaughn Medical Drive. So Medical Parkway. So you'll see a lot of in Chisholm there from Old Orville. So these are all those interior roads that has a lot of neighborhoods coming off of it. That one has a local match of $95,000. And both grants cite the need for repairs because of the January 2023 tornado. And if you see our video, which I'm not showing it to you right now, I have it actually. If you see our video of tornado coverage, this is Old Orville.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
That was like just a couple days after the tornado.
Yep.
There's Carl
So,
Boleyn's place.
yep,
Yeah.
which has been rebuilt. This is a year later or 5 years
Yeah.
later. I mean, 5 years. Good grief. It hasn't even been 3. This is a
Yeah.
year later, I believe. So
Yeah.
Carl's got a house there now.
Yeah.
So anyway, these are the roads that they are saying are needed and related to. Well, that's Carl's house right there.
That
All
is
right.
his new house. Yeah.
So you did do 2 years later. This is 2 years later.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah.
to do a 3 years later. That's coming up January 12th.
Oh, I know. Isn't that
Not
amazing?
far along from now, y'all. I know. I can't believe it. So yeah, this is related to the tornado. It is in that area that we had the need for sure. All right.
Yeah.
So that is the $2 million grants. They were given during the mayor's farewell party, which was on Wednesday, and I got to go to that. Selma held an event, a historic legacy of service ceremony is what they called it, and it was to bid farewell to Mayor Perkins, who has spent 13 years in office off and on. This is the event. I was there, so forgive me for the wobbliness, but I was standing there. And it was a really great event. A lot of people there from this is city employees that spoke. There were also family members, and it was it was over 2 hours at the convention center that they held it. So he was the first Black mayor elected for Selma in 2000, and he served 2 terms then till 2008. And then he came back and served again from 2020 until now. So he did not make it through the August municipal election. And so his term ends when the new administration takes over on November 3rd. Johnny Moss III is going to be the new mayor after that. And there is a ceremony they announced today, a swearing in ceremony for the new council and mayor at noon on November 3rd, which is a Monday.
And of course, we found out too, all the other swearing ceremonies, most all of them, Camden and Marion and Uniontown. Well, Camden and Marion are all on November 3rd at their regular council meetings, which happen those evenings. Uniontown, there's some challenges to the races, and because of that, it's a question whether or not they'll be swearing anyone in on the 3rd. So we're going to find out more about those challenges and what's going on, and we'll let you know that just as soon as we get that information.
Yeah, that was a farewell for James Perkins Jr. Okay, so let's switch over to Demopolis. The old school on Main Street has big news. They have received a $25,000 grant.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting because, let's see, I'm going to show you a video. This is the old school. It was built in 1914. And it was the Demopolis Public School at the time. So the grant is from Alabama Power Foundation, and it's for renovation efforts to turn the old school into an art center. You'll see in our video that, there was a battle over wanting to develop the old school into apartments because there's a housing need in Demopolis. But that didn't do well. The community didn't want it. And so there was a shift in decisions to let the Marengo County Historical Society take over the efforts to renovate. And cane brake players are a big part of this. They're a theater group that's housed at the old school. And so these funds will it helped renovate upstairs classroom to serve as the exhibit space for the Marengo County History and Archives Museum, which follows up on what we said last week about Rosenbusch,
Right.
building that the museum is currently in talks with investors to put a boutique hotel there. So this moves that effort forward, which is really exciting. So this is the meetings they had to Yep, when the council decided at the time to move that forward, and that is what they're doing now. I had a picture last week of Rosenbush, and that would
Yeah.
be what they're going to do with it is really exciting as well, because it would be, let's see if I can find it, because I think I have it.
And of course, one of their big housing issues has come about because of the Alabama School of Healthcare Science. There's a lot more people wanting to come to Demopolis, not only to build the school, but to live there after it's built.
And the Highway 43 is being expanded. So we have Brassfield and Gorey workers and subcontractors that need somewhere to stay. So the boutique hotel is a really good idea. And the deed would be handed over to the investors and others because it's right now city owned.
Right.
And the city is all for this effort. So all these connecting pieces to development and growth in Demopolis. We're excited to learn more. This is Rosenbush that right now has down on the downstairs part, the museum. And so that museum would move with, thanks to this grant, over to old school campus. And it's really exciting to see that the town is saying what they want and making it happen. So that's exciting to watch from our angle.
It's all positive stuff too. That's really good.
Hey, tell us about the Harvest of Hope event.
Man, speaking of positive, that was one of the most fun, beautiful things I think I've attended in a long time. Chris and Paige Harris in Valley Grande, Alabama, have a daughter who's been diagnosed as autistic. That's Chris and Paige right there, and there's their little girl, Olivia. So they started a group called Friends of Olivia to find services and be a clearinghouse. So they had their first event this past Saturday. It was a big fall festival, the Harvest of Hope. And you see there was all kind of activities for the kids. The most popular, the petting zoo. And the kids just absolutely love petting those animals. I thought it was interesting, too, that sandbox, by the way. That's corn. There's Olivia playing with the blocks. She is such a precious baby. And they discovered that there's just not enough services in the Dallas and surrounding counties. So they're doing this to bring families together. These are all families of autistic children and adults. We went not only to cover it for the news, but we have an autistic adult in our family. And it was really, it was wonderful. It was so much fun. But again, the petting zoo, look at the turkeys, the donkeys, the bunny rabbits. And I'm going to tell you something. As soon as my family saw that there was animals to play with, I lost my helper. He was over there playing with the rabbits and not helping me shoot video. But they are it was such a wonderful event. And Paige and Chris say that they will be doing more events like this, and they'll reach out to us so that we can let families in the area know that may need these services, how to get in touch with them. And we've got a story about it online at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. 2 stories actually with all their contact information.
Yep.
So go find it. And if you need those services, there's a good way to get it.
Yeah, one thing we've discovered is that in the Black Belt, we don't have all the things that we need. So sometimes we as a community, we've got to do it ourselves. So you go.
Yeah, and you know, that's exactly what Chris and Paige said. And just to let you know, a lot of the families that were at that Harvest Festival found out about it because of watching Black Belt News Network. They told me that. So, yeah.
Well, I love it. And that's what we're trying to do, guys. We're just here for you. We're your source of news.
Exactly.
So let us know what you want us to attend. We know what else we attended on Saturday.
The Selma Riding Mural Festival. I'm going to tell you something. You know, last year was fantastic. This year was exceptional. MACA's Making Art Connections Across Selma, which is headed up by that man right there, Trey Taylor, and his wife Helene, and a bunch of other folks, Patty Siegel. They've gotten together and started doing this mural fest, and this was the 2nd annual. This particular one, there's Ann Smith Reeves was there. She's a local artist. Of course, she doesn't live here right now, but she was painting a mural that featured Catherine Tucker Wyndham and Charlie Tin Man Lucas. And that's Charlie right there with his back to us in the tan pants. But the interesting thing about the murals this year, I got to sit down and talk to him. All that interview is on blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. You need to go check it out. But the interesting thing this year is that they wanted to focus on Selma rising, not the past, but where are we now? Where are we going? Some positive movement in the future. That sparked some of the most beautiful artwork I think I've seen in forever. The guy who painted that mural, interview with him is on that interview online. This is really an exciting thing to see this kind of art and this kind of positivity being projected. So many people say negative things about Dallas County, Selma, and about the area. That right there is taking it the other direction, and it was really great. So we're going to be watching that for the future too.
And reminder, we actually can see your comments. So if you want to talk to us today, let us know that you love that story or want to see more of something else. I've got an ability to see your comments because we are live. All right. So we have a lot of events coming up, and we're going to go over a few things.
Yeah.
There is a school, historic school, Oak Grove. All right. Let's talk about this for a second because they have renovated this. It's Oak Grove Rosenwald School. It's in Galleon, which is technically Hale County, but it's real close to Marengo line. I've got a lot of friends that live in Galleon, and they're reopening this as a community center and museum as they're, going through this renovations, and it's going to be a heritage center. So they're having a ceremony on Saturday, tomorrow at 11, and we'll be celebrating reopening it. And it was built in 1925, so it's exactly 100 years old, and it's been an educational location for African American students. And it closed in 1968, so it was open a good long while, and it filled a really important gap during that time of segregation. So it has a really fun, important history. So go check it out. It's actually on the National Historic Register. It's been on there since 1998. What a great story. And we have so much history here in the Black Belt. We're hoping to dig into that.
Yeah. We do want to get into that.
We do. All right. You know what it's time for?
Black Belt Roundup.
Black Belt Roundup. Oh, yeah, I like to do
the fun part. There you go.
My new sound effects.
I love it.
I use StreamYard, guys. If you ever wonder how I'm doing this, I have all kinds of different. I just monitor. That's why I'm looking down sometimes. All right, let's talk about what we have got going on. We talked about the swearing-in ceremonies that are coming up November 3rd in our municipalities around the Black Belt. Saints or Treat is coming up on October 30th at 5 p.m. This is at Selma High Gym. So this is where you make your list, guys, of where you can get all your candy coming up next week. As Halloween comes next Friday. The Monster March.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Downtown Selma is on October 30th. We'll be outside of this office giving out candy if you want to come say hi.
I'll bring this cookie with it. Say that again?
Yeah, what are your events coming up?
My event? Positive Hearts of Perry County is going to have what they call the Halloween party. That's coming up tomorrow evening. It will be at the arena, the Ingram, what's his name? Ralph Ingram Memorial Arena. It's where they hold the rodeo. Bambi Hoggle said it starts at 4 p.m. They're going to have, I love this. They're going to have bobbing for tennis balls for the dogs, not us, the dog. That's going to be fun to watch there. And then they'll have other things, treats for the people and the animals. And they said, bring your puppies and your kitties. It's all about the pets. The other thing coming up is tomorrow at Dave's Market, starting at 9 in the morning, is going to be a big, what we call a trunk or treat, a classic car trunk or treat. And it's to support and help to get the word out about the Arise Services Male to Men Mentoring Program, which is going on in the Selma school system, elementary schools. And that starts at 9. It'll be in front of Dave, right under the sign. Bring your classic car, your interesting car, motorcycle, truck, whatever, and come out and just. It's not a competition, no trophies. We just want to talk about cars and have some fun with the kids. So bring those out tomorrow at Dave's Market, Highway 22 in Valley Graham. And then tomorrow evening is the haunted history tours at Okahaba Archaeological Park. And just before we went on the air, Carmen down at Okahaba said 25 tickets still available. So there's some tickets available for haunted history. So you can call 872-8058, 334-872-8058. It's easy to find. Just put Okahaba in your search engine and get those tickets before they go, because there's still that many left, but there's not a lot left. And it's always
There's
so much
new
fun.
elements this year. I've been several times, but this time they have a different location for the ghost hunting.
Yes, this year, instead of being at the slaves' quarters like traditional, they are back out at the Castle Morgan, the site of the old Civil War Union POW camp. And it was last weekend, there was all kind of stuff happening. So it was pretty exciting. And another thing that's been added this year that's new is a children's tour for kids under 12 that starts at 5 o'clock. They don't get off the wagon. They go to places and Jonathan will tell stories, but the kids don't actually get. It's a little more friendly for younger kids so that they don't get quite as spooked.
Yeah, they told me not to. I had a 9-year. Allie was 9. I think when we came, they're like, we don't like. We did it anyway because she likes horror stuff.
Yeah,
and she's
you got to know your kids. She's a little different from the younger, She can handle it better.
So if you want to know more about what's going on in the Black Belt, you've got to sign up for our daily newsletter. It comes out at 3 o'clock every day, and it's got all the headlines from the day. That is the best way to know what's going on. And I did have one other item that we didn't talk about, and that's Rachel England.
Oh, we got Rachel. Oh my gosh. How did we leave her out? She is absolutely fascinating and fantastic. She is the district attorney for the 17th Judicial District, which is Sumter, Marengo, and Greene County. Did I get that right? She has a new crime task force that she's going to introduce in about 2 weeks. And we wanted to be sure that y'all all knew. Her biggest challenge right now, she says, is shootings in the area. And, thankfully, homicides happen, but not thankfully they happen, but thankfully they don't happen as often as some other areas. But she's afraid with the shootings that it might become an issue. She's got a new crime task force that she's introducing, and we're going to be there for that and let you know what they're going to be doing to help fight the crime in the district so that you can live safely. I can't wait. She is an amazing young lady, the youngest district attorney in Alabama, the youngest female to hold a position like that in Alabama. And she is she's a I don't want to say a firecracker or a spitfire because that sounds so, I don't know, cliche it, but she's on top of it. She's an amazing young lady.
All right.
We'll be following her.
Look forward to finding out about this major crimes unit.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's give me 2 seconds. I'll tell you exactly what day it is because she told me yesterday. And it is November. Oh, I do have one other thing. November 6th at 10 o'clock. One other thing, Monday evening is, speaking of district attorneys, Monday evening is at 5 o'clock, and the courtroom in Dallas County is the stakeholders meeting for the Zero Initiative, the Zero Tolerance Initiative that Robert Turner is holding in the 4th Judicial District. So I'm going to be there. I know Cedric Weary, the head of Arise, is going to be there, and a number of other people. So the public and anybody who lives in the district is invited because we are all stakeholders in making sure that there are zero homicides in the 4th Judicial District. So that's Monday evening, 5 o'clock, or 5:30 actually, 5:30 at the county courthouse.
It is a good goal to have.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we are going nonprofit. We have a physical sponsor. These stories are so important. Help us continue to do this. Make a donation and support the work we're doing. It is tax deductible. And as we go nonprofit and we are an online regional outlet that we are trying to reach from Meridian to Montgomery. We can't do it without you guys. So help us out. There's a donate now button on our website. It's red and you can do it at any time. You'll also see something about it in the newsletters, and all of our content is free. We do not have a paywall. It's important that we have access to our news, being that this area is pretty spread out and we don't all make a whole lot of money. So we're not asking for you to pay to read our content, but we would love for you to financially support the work so that we can keep that paywall free. Yeah. Let's do this together. We've had a lot of fun doing it. Really, we've been in the market about 10 years.
Yeah.
The Selma Sun, and now we're 2.5 years. We're going to have our 3rd anniversary in March for the Black Belt News Network.
3 years, yeah.
3 years.
Right.
That was our goal, is to make news available in the Black Belt when it is a news desert. I know you guys need this information. We want to make that available to you. We want help doing that by helping us by being an information source for us, but we have resources for you too. And I showed this or said this at the beginning. We have a calendar.
Yeah.
It has resources. If you're hungry, if you're in need, we have service events listed that will let you know where to go that's near you for food giveaway days. And if you know of ones that aren't on our list, send it to me. We are adding those very actively. We want to be a resource, an information source for the community, for the Black Belt. And we can't do this alone. We want to do this together. We're very community-centered, community-focused, and you guys are helping us do that by being our eyes and ears and mouths in the community. Be our voice and be a voice for yourselves and your community by doing it with us. We can't do this alone. It's been a lot of fun making this a platform that's the community's. It's not ours. You know, we can. There's about 3 or 4 of us. We can't get to everything.
That's right.
You guys to do it with us. And we've had a lot of fun with our community correspondents, and you can be one too. So that's all I have this week. That's it.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay.
That's almost 30 minutes worth of stuff.
So when we return next week on Friday live, it will be on Halloween.
Halloween.
I know. We'll have a lot of great video from our events that we've attending. I'm actually going to the homecoming parade tomorrow morning for the University of West Alabama.
Oh, cool.
We'll have video from that and photos from that. And then, you and I are going to a couple of other Halloween and, local events this week.
We'll have to get some video from the Monster March for sure.
Oh,
like
yes.
we do every year to show that. That is always a fun thing. I'll come to that.
It's packed too. Oh my God. It
always is, yeah.
We need to quadruple the amount of candy we get because we always run out.
I know we always run out, yeah.
We'll talk offline about that.
All right, that's good.
All right. See you guys next week.
See you next week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.